channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about myself graduating from 8th grade and what I had to learn, plus my struggles and my accomplishments. So if you want to know about my middle school years, then keep on watching. So first thing I'm going to talk about, yes, I'm now a freshman in high school. I graduated at middle school like a couple of days ago, and I was struggling with that. Not because my grades were bad or anything. My grades were actually good, but it was like, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just one little thing that made my last middle school year suck. It was just, but I'll get to that towards the end. So first thing I want to talk to you guys about is what I had learned these 3 years in middle school. First, I learned that you have no friends. Well, at least I realized that I had no friends, and in order for me to make it the middle school years, I had to focus on school more than friends, because from where I'm living right now, it's just not worth it to have friends. And if you will have a friend, they have to be on the same level you are, because if they're not, they're just going to try to bring you down, or want you to feel sorry for them. There's nothing wrong with feeling sorry for a friend, but if they want you to feel sorry for them when they don't deserve you to feel sorry for them, if that makes sense. Like, if that first person is getting bad grades and they're like, I don't care about school, then most likely you don't really need to hang with that person, because they're just gonna probably drag you down along with them. Another thing is, I'm just doing this from the top of my head because I didn't write this down, so yeah. Another thing is, what did I learn? I also had learned that, my 6th grade year, I had learned that, you have no friends, but I did have no friends, and then the friends between your friends are your associates, and the associates, all over the place. I had learned that you have to keep your anger separate from your school life, because when I was in 6th grade and all of that, I had a lot of anger problems, if that makes sense. I didn't have anger problems, but I did have anger problems. But it was but I didn't, the thing I did wrong was I did not keep my anger separated from school. So because I was angry not only at home, I was also angry at school, which rubbed off on my grades. No one knew why my grades were messed up except for myself. And I knew, towards the end of school, I knew sorry, you need to stop being mad all the time. It's rubbing off on your grades. So I was like, I don't want bad grades anymore. I want to get good grades in school. I was fighting people in the 6th grade. It was just bad for me. So towards the end, I decided to get better, control my anger, especially during school, and keep that control and stay away from those people who make me angry. So that's what I had to learn that 6th grade year, and a lot of other stuff. Now, in that 6th grade year, I did balance keeping my personal life really separate from my school life, but not my anger. Okay, now my 7th grade year of middle school, it was pretty good and steady. I did, balance my personal life with my school life. My grades were good. They were pretty decent, but not how I wanted them to be. I have never had a C in 7th grade, but it was just my grades weren't how I wanted it to be, if that made sense. I did have to learn that to become more outspoken, because the school I was in, it's required. From back in my hometown, went to school back in my hometown, in my 7th grade year. 6th grade year, I went to school here in Las Vegas. But back in my hometown, which is Milwaukee, I went to school in my 7th grade year. And in Milwaukee, if you're from Milwaukee or the Midwest, you know that they grade you based on your based on your attitude. So basically, if you have low communication skills, they will grade you on it, or if you don't get along with teachers, they will grade you on it, and if you don't get along with students, they will grade you for it. So I had to, that would rub off me. I'm a quiet person, especially in front of others. I don't like communicating with people. I mean, I like communicating with people. I have trouble communicating with people. I'm horrible at small talk. I'm horrible at communicating with people in general. I'm just horrible at it, especially if somebody I never grew up with or anything like that. I'm just horrible at it. Like, you can't possibly come up to me unless you know how to communicate. You can't possibly come up to me and be like, "Oh, how was your day?" Because I'm not gonna know. I will respond, but I just won't know how to respond because I'm horrible at communicating. I'm horrible at small talking and communication. So that was my downfall in 7th grade. I did get in altercations with people, but not to the point where I fought people. I tried to control myself. I tried to get better at what I have problems with in 6th grade. 8th grade, which is this year, I did have altercations with people. Like, this year, it was kind of like my 6th grade year. I was getting to that point again this year. I did not tolerate I do not want to tolerate certain things. I'm like, if she talks to me like this or he talks to me like this, I'm gonna snap off on them. I'm not tolerating those things, because if I tolerate those things, it's gonna same thing it's gonna end up kind of like the same thing that happened in my 7th grade year. And believe me, I never get punked. I'm not gonna get punked. I'm not gonna let nobody punk me. But it's things like people try to punk me in 7th grade, and I'm not going to let that happen this year. That's how I thought. I got into certain things where I was going to fight people, but I tried to be like, you know what, it's not worth it, and I have to keep my grades up this year. I learned that when it comes to education, low life friends that are not going to help you with education does not need to be nowhere near you. I've had friends or associates that had poor grades and that tried to be like just blah, and I don't want that rub off me. I didn't want none of that to happen, or none of that. And then I picked my grades up. I have really good grades this year. First quarter from math, because I didn't come to school late, but I came to that school late, and they were already learning already. So compared to my first school, they were just going over the school rules the first week. But the school I would have transferred to was already learning, so I had to catch up. Those are the only ones I had C. All my other quarters are A's and B's. All of the rest of my quarters. So that's what I had to learn in the 8th grade year. My accomplishments was improving. If you look at my 6th grade, my 6th grade grades from 6th grade to 8th. My grades from 6th grade to 8th grade, you will see a huge improvement, and that's what I look for in grades. It's like, you know what? Since I didn't do so well at the beginning or towards the end of 6th grade, I need to pick all of this up. I'm not going to slack anymore. I have no room to slack, especially since your 7th grade grades are really important, because that's when you're going to freshman. The first thing the high school looks at is your 7th grade grades, and I have learned that multiple times from all my teachers telling me it. I didn't do that. I did that. That's part of why I got good grades in 7th grade, but it just came naturally. I wanted to get good grades. I strived to get good grades, and so I got good grades. This 8th grade year has been a struggle for me. I've been so down, but trying to build myself up. I set goals for myself. But there's this one thing, like I had a dream and it just got demolished. And you're like, what is the dream, Soraya? And that is my 8th grade graduation. Like, towards the end, I was geeked for my 8th grade graduation because, you know, you got elementary graduation and you got a high school graduation, also a 8th grade graduation. At least you're supposed to. This year, I didn't get to have an 8th grade graduation. While looking back at my hometown, my friends from my hometown, they got 8th grade graduation because it's supposed to be, you're supposed to have an 8th grade graduation. But let me tell you a story behind this, why. I didn't get an award either. I'm like, you know, and I was like, here's another thing that I had to learn. Don't down yourself when you know you've done good. You know you tried your best, and if anything might not go your way, don't down yourself. But I'm still trying to deal with that. So this year I didn't get an award. I tried my best. This year I feel like I'll try my best of all the middle school, and I didn't get an award. I feel like they weren't supposed to average my grades from 6th grade to 8th grade. But even though I should have still gotten an award, probably even for progress, but I didn't get an award for that. My sister got an award though. They didn't do an 8th grade graduation. I asked my teacher, why aren't they doing an 8th grade graduation? Because it's very common for us in the Midwest to have 8th grade graduation. It's like a tradition. You have to have an 8th grade graduation. You have to have an elementary graduation. You have to have a high school graduation. Like, that's what it has to be. You have to get rewarded, and you have to go forward. You have to graduate. This, not so much. Las Vegas, I feel like Las Vegas is crap, especially towards students and middle school students. You look at it. You go to school in Las Vegas. You notice this. Elementary kids, students get to wear free dress. High school students get to wear free dress. Middle school students have to wear school uniforms. Like, I don't get it. Why can't we just wear our own clothes just like the other two schools, grade schools does? But it doesn't work like that. And we don't. I feel like middle school students get treated like crap. I just feel like that because I don't care. And then they say because we will feel like we've accomplished something. And that's why students are supposed to feel like they've. And that's why we're supposed to have a good graduation so we can feel like we've accomplished something. And it's like make them feel like they can move on. Even with you eliminating 8th grade graduations, Las Vegas is still one of the highest dropout rates. So I don't get what they're saying about that. I've assigned myself to do an article, so I will be making an article about how I feel because when I have problems, I write about it. Write about my problems because it's too hard for me to think in my head and it's just too hard for me to say out loud. So I just write it. It's way better for me to write everything. I don't know if this video is out all over the place or anything, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So yeah, my problem this year, first off, is not getting an award. And it's dealing with not getting an award. And my other struggle is not getting an 8th grade graduation. This year, my friends graduated from my last school I went to last year. They looked beautiful. They had their cap and gowns on, and every other school in the Midwest had an 8th grade graduation except for the West Coast. I don't know why I don't do that. It's disappointing, to be honest. It's like you're downing your students and not even really realizing it. Like, and what they're doing is a double standard. To me, it's a double standard because you're getting awards to these students who really didn't even. Okay, students did do good who got their awards, but not all of them. They're getting awards for because they got over a 3.0. Like, I've tried these 3 school years. And this year, kids got an award and they had D's, F's. Some kids don't even try and they still get an award. Don't make sense to me. But you know what? I'm gonna try my best, and my family keep on telling me, at least you tried your best. You're good. I know that. I'm good, but I'm disappointed about this whole situation. It's a double standard. You could nitpick out of students to get an award, but you can't nitpick out of students to get an 8th grade graduation for accomplishing and actually coming this far. I don't get it. And they feel like this is this double standard in Las Vegas that I don't like. I really don't like Las Vegas at all. I'm trying not to say that because I mean there's certain good qualities about it, but it's like boring. It's just it's like only a place to visit, to be honest. Like Las Vegas is like not good to actually have success. Like I don't really see that many success stories coming from Las Vegas, to be honest, because people look like they down their students and don't even realize it. Like I don't get it. How do you down your students and don't even realize it? You take the most goodest things away from the students and wonder why the students don't care about their education. That's how I feel. You don't care about your education. You don't care about students' education, but you're taking things away from the students that are really important to them. Well, at least for me, I was really hoping for this 8th grade graduation. I'm like, yes. At the end of school, I'm gonna do my best. You know what? It's worth it doing my best, even though I wanted to get fucked, because I wanted to get this 8th grade graduation. I wanted to go down the aisle with my cap and gown on, with my award in my hand, knowing that I graduated the 8th grade. But teachers feel like that it's not all that to have a graduation. Where did I do that? Where did I do that? Could somebody tell me where did I do that? And I feel like those who say it's not that important to have a graduation, you're all the disappointing ones. Because you know why? Because you don't care about anybody else but yourself. Because you don't feel like getting awarded for accomplishing and going on to another chapter in their life is important, because you feel like it's not important, and they encourage those people. And because you know why they encourage those people? Because they limit the students from getting what they want because of those people. And I feel like it's dumb. You look on YouTube, I tried to search up 8th grade graduation. All you see is 8th grade graduation. I'm like, did I just say no? 8th grade graduation? And there's nobody else made this video, so I decided to put this video on here and talk about how I feel. And anybody who relates to this, please comment down below and tell me how you feel about this. And anybody who's trying to change this, please comment back down below and tell me how you feel. I just wanted to share my story with you guys and show you guys how I felt about this situation and I'm gonna try to change this, because I don't want any other student to feel down, because I know students feel down in Las Vegas, and especially when it comes towards the end of the year. They're happy that school is over, but they're also disappointed that they didn't get awarded for trying their best and everything else. And I see it in my friends' faces. They look so upset, and teachers don't realize it. They only care about how they feel about a situation, or what they feel is right, which is actually downing the kids even more, and they don't realize it. They're their own disaster, to be honest. They're their whole own disaster to every little situation. So I want to end this video. And then anybody have anything similar, a story similar to mine, please comment down below and like this video. Bye everyone, and have a nice day. And just know that you are loved. Peace, and have a wonderful day.